Hello, everyone.
She's starting. No.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to EdTech Tuesdays. Today's session is Game On, Creative Game Design for Every Content. My name is Maribel Martinez alongside Mr. David Villarreal. And today we have this presentation for creating games. So we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, before we begin, we have some housekeeping items. Please keep your mic muted. Please feel free to type any questions in the chat. Mr. David Villarreal is our moderator today. If you have not registered on the professional development system, please do so. Our session number is 361-511, and our remote check-in is PSJA Tech. I'll give you about a minute to do that. All right. So on today's agenda, we have AI prompts using Poe.com. We will also practice with some prompts using this AI tool. And at the end, we will have some games for you that you can take away. Some of the games have been created by our content coordinators and our specialists for high school. So you can see that towards the end of the session. Okay, so starting off with our AI prompting tools. These are some of the AI prompting tools that we have and we have been using. On the top of my list is Poe.com, Gemini, Microsoft Copilot, ChatGPT, Brisk Teaching, Canva, Diffit, and the one that most of our teachers are using or that we see across the district is Magic School AI. But for today's session, we will be using Poe.com. Okay, and when crafting prompts, in order to get what you need for your students or for extra resources, please make sure that you remember this mnemonic, which is a crafting. When you're crafting a prompt, be sure to consider all the elements so that you get the right outcomes. So if you are new to creating prompts in order to achieve something or to get a lesson for lesson planning or like for today's session, creating games, you can ask AI to write the prompt for you if you're not sure how to get started. And we're going to do that today. Once you get your results, you analyze the results, and if you didn't get what you wanted, then there might be some issues going on. You might have vague or ambiguous instructions that don't relate to what you actually need for your students. You might be missing content. The format is unclear, especially when creating a game. There are many steps to creating games. So you want to be sure that you ask the right things. Too many repetitions at once might be also a result. And as you go along, as you get more confident with AI, you'll know that practice takes into place. Okay. Get the confidence you need to get the lessons that you need. Your next steps would be adjust the elements. Maybe you might have to say that you are a high school teacher for English 1, or whatever your content is. Just be specific as you can and test the changes and work from there. And you'll see that along the presentation today. Okay, so what is Poe.com? Poe is just a broader form of ChatGPT that offers multiple AI models. For today's purpose, we'll just be using the assistant. This is the actual website, like a picture of an image of the website. And the reason I like Poe is because it has a visually appealing design. It has enhancing creativity and a better user experience. Poe differs from ChatGPT in that ChatGPT emphasizes more on conversational interactions using one single model, while Poe has many and is more visually appealing. It has just a better format. Okay. So the first thing that I would like for you to do to go along with me, in the chat, Mr. David linked poe.com. If you can click on that for now so that it can take you directly there. And this is the Poe website. Okay, this is what it looks like. Usually that's where I go and I type in my prompt. On to the left, you have the side panel, and it keeps a history of whatever you have researched or prompted. You can create an account. It's free for us here in the district, for our teachers. I have never had to, I've never had a limit as to what I prompt Poe. I've been able to create many lessons. I've been able to create games. I don't even have to set up a profile. I just need Google and that's it. Okay, you have other chat bots further down, but I have never had to use any of those. Okay. So we are going to practice a little bit. As we go along, our prompts will get a little bit more extensive. But for the first one, in the chat, you have some prompts. It's called Prompt Practice for Teachers. If you can click on that, so we can copy and paste the very first one. Okay, I'm going to give you about a minute to do that. You can make a copy for yourself. And the first one that you see on there, it says create a prompt. Let's say you're a beginner to AI and you really need some resources, but you don't know where to start. You can actually ask Poe to write the prompts for you. I'm going to copy paste. It says, can you create 5 prompts for interactive review games that help students study for? I left content blank, but you can put biology, you can put US history, reading, math, okay? For this purpose, I'm going to put biology. So can you create 5 prompts for interactive review games that help students study for a biology exam? Okay, and it generates, this is the outcome, biology Jeopardy, flashcard, challenge, biological bingo. And this might not be what you want because you want to review with your students. Maybe you have a certain amount of words that you want to cover or certain skills. Then this is where you start working with what you get, right? So I'm going to use the first one. Wait, I'm going to try biological bingo. So let me copy and paste that one to the chat. And I like to start a new chat every time I do something new, only because what I've noticed with Poe is that if I keep the thread going, it towards the end, it just starts getting a little, like I don't get the same results. So to be clear with the AI, I use a new chat. So I clicked on new chat up on the right-hand corner, copy paste, and here it does these instructions or this prompt does not have like score point instructions or end of game instructions. So I'm going to literally ask it to create a include, I'm typing it out, include a score point system, or include score point instructions. And end of game instructions. So this will further give me more detail as to what I want. I'm not done with it because I have a feeling that I still need more from it because, so these are the results that I got. And these might not be the words that you're covering with your students, so you can even be more specific than that. At this point, I would say, like, to be honest with you, I don't know any biology terms, but you could include whatever it is for your content at that point, and it'll keep going from there. You can keep refining it until you get what you need. Okay, so that was the first prompt. Any questions? Okay, we're good. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Let me see. Let me try the bingo one because I think I have already curated some prompts that are a little bit more detailed, so I can show you what I mean by more, like more information in there. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Well, let me try categories. If you click on the U.S. history category, oh, I'm sorry, not that one. Biology dominoes. I clicked on biology dominoes. That's the game. Where are the prompts? There. I'm sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Okay, so prompt number 2 is the bingo that I was talking about. And I have already put in there what I would actually like to see. I'm going to start a new chat. I'm going to copy and paste. It says you are a high school. You can put your content. For this one, I'm going to put ELA. ELA 1. Teacher in the state of Texas. Students are preparing for the STAR exam. Create a question/answer style bingo. I was more specific there with 30 unique cards with clues only on each square of the bingo card. Questions, clues, and terms shouldn't be longer than 5 words. Game will be played on Google Slides. Each card contains clues in each square. For ELA, covered in, and then you can be specific. What TEKS are you going to cover with your students for that bingo game? You can use TEKS resource system if you don't, right now you're not sure what TEKS to use. For ELA, I'm going to put 4H, 6A, 8A, and 6B. So just the fact that I put the state of Texas and the STAR exam, it should be able to pick up my standards that I need for this particular game. Include how to play instructions, score point instructions, and end of game instructions. So it gave me the instructions, score point, end of game. It gave me the words, 30 of them, and it created like a format for the bingo cards. I would still have to analyze it, make sure that it's what I need. And for my either for my call cards or if I want images on the bingo cards, I can also get images. And I wanted to, this one we recently discovered that the images that Poe gives us are really creative. Okay, let me show you that right now. Any questions? Okay. I'm gonna start a new chat and because with bingo, you want our students to have an image, right? You might be giving them the clue of the vocabulary term that you want them to learn, and then a picture, an image. So I'm gonna go to new chat and I'm gonna do, for example, biology. I'm gonna ask it to create an image of, let's say, I think I had talked to Miss Denise already about an image. So I'm going to say flower reproduction. And let's see what it gives us. Okay, that's not what I actually need. So I'm going to further say create an image of flower reproduction with arrows representing the parts. So there, I'm not sure if these are the actual parts of the flower because I'm not an expert. Ms. Denise might help us with that, but you can keep prompting it until it gives you the actual outcome that you need. Okay. For U.S. history, I know U.S. history uses a lot of political cartoons. So again, I'm going to start a new chat and ask for a political cartoon. Create a political cartoon for the Dawes Act. I think I got this word from another game that we had, so I got that term from there. And this is what it gave me. Okay. For ELA, I'm going to say, okay, let me start a new chat again. Can you create a comic strip for high school students to understand rebuttal in argumentative text? Okay, so it gave me a comic strip. Okay. I'm glad that political cartoon was accurate. And you can use it in many ways, whatever you need for your class. Even for math, you can ask Poe to graph 2 points and give you an actual image of the problem. If you don't get exactly what you need, just keep prompting it and you'll get there. Okay, any questions? All right, so let's see. I think we have another prompt that I'm going to have you guys practice. So going back to the prompts, I have prompt number 3. It's for a categories game. Copy paste. Let's go back to Poe, create a new chat. And here, I want you to do it for your content. And that way, I want to see what you guys think about. Put your content, grade level, put any specific tics that you need to see what it gives you. I'm going to give you about a minute. And I took this categories idea from our high school specialist, thanks to Ms. Myra. She used Poe. She was using ChatGPT at first, and then I think Poe gave her better results. It came down to one specific word I remember, encapsulates like the whole entire concept, and then it gave her the categories that she needed. Any questions? Okay, let me show you what the actual game looks like. Oh, okay, so after it was done with Poe, this was the outcome. It gave her the instructions for the game. It gave her a category. The format right now is not too clear because I transferred it over from Canva to Google Slides, but we can work with that later. And these are the categories. It has the answer. So she would give this to her students, present it, and then the answers are right here. So you have these terms that you want to cover with your students for that specific category. There's the Dawes Act. That's where I got that from. Okay. Okay. Any questions? All right. All right. So we have that's about it. Those are the games that we have and the prompts. Stay confident when prompting. Be as specific as you want, and you'll get some results. And it's games are a lot of work, but this will help you cut some of the work out. And finally, for our drawing today, Mr. That brings us to the end of our session. But